574. Day rating is a 7. Back at the another hotel. Actually, back at the hotel we started with. So we went to Utah, booked one, which is where I'm at now. Went to Wyoming, booked one for 2 nights, and then back to the one in Utah, which is where I am. Not the same room, but just the same hotel. And the pup's here. She didn't sleep a wink during the drive, which kudos to her because I would have passed out if I didn't have anything to do. But of course, gotta stay focused and drive and pay attention to the road and traffic. All the little stops for construction was just terrible. But got up 5:45, kind of eager to get out of bed today. Wanted to walk the pup, and then I wanted to take her on a little trail so the both of us could enjoy being out there. And my brother and his wife had sent me one, but it was more for boats. It's like, I don't want to take her out there with a boat, and so let me go find someplace else. So I went to the park that I kind of ran at the other day, and we walked around and made it around in like 15-20 minutes. And in one specific section it said no dogs allowed, so like, okay, let's get out of here. And I looked on All Trails, the app, and found that was one trail. It was only 1.9 miles long, so fairly short, which is what we were in need for, and it was only 7 minutes away. So we drove over there, had this great quick hike, and it started off with this little bridge which looked like from some kind of fantasy movie. It was really cool. So we went on that, and maybe 30 feet in there was a little drop off to go to the lake. And that was one of the goals for this trip, was to get the pup to be around water and see how she would react. And she was sniffing around, she got a little excited with it, and then she kind of, I don't know if she saw something or was just intrigued by it, but she stepped into it a little bit, which was like, this is great. But then my second thought was, it's really cold still. It was still like 46 degrees out, and so I was like, maybe you shouldn't be in the water. Get out, let's go walk, keep moving you around, try to get in the sunlight. So we kept going up. The bridge was only about 100 feet long, but it was just really cool how it just weaved its way through part of I don't know if it's the forest or whatever it was we were in, but it was really cool. And then it went off to your typical trail, and there was a couple points where it broke out, and you can kind of see the little stream again, or you could at least get close enough to hear it. So that was really enjoyable. Altogether, we walked for about an hour, then went back, finished packing a couple things, took a shower, tried to eat, and I had about half the pizza and chicken from yesterday, and so I hate wasting food. So right before I left, I tried to wait to see if I got a better appetite, and for some reason I just didn't feel great. Not like sick, but I just didn't feel myself or didn't feel hungry. But I was just said, let's just eat a little bit. That'll save us a trip to stop for lunch. So I ate 2 slices of pizza and a bite or 2 of the chicken, and then it's like, no, I think it's this food. Maybe it's just too greasy, but I didn't get to finish it. I just was not hungry enough, and just that gave me that same feeling again that I didn't want to keep eating. So I left it there and pretty much packed up the car, headed out, and we got about half hour in, and then already was traffic. Not traffic, but construction. They had the road closed off, so we had to wait there for about 10-15 minutes because there was only one lane open, and so they let one set of cars through, and then we got to go through. We got about another 15-20 minutes down the road, and it's the same thing again. And I think it happened one more time, and it just really slowed the drive down. and it got to another point where it was just closed down to one lane, so traffic just slowed down for about 3 or 4 miles. But made it here around 7 o'clock. Oh, I've just been trying to lay down. It's 11:13 now, so I'm pretty much just gonna go to bed. The plan was to get up at 4, possibly get in a quick run, like just 2 to 3 miles, just to shake the legs out. And then I've only got half the bags in, so pup's bag, some food for her, and change of clothes for me, and then just get back on the road and just really beat a lot of the traffic, and hopefully get into Phoenix by around 1 o'clock. But right now, again, it's 11, almost 11:15. So I imagine I'm probably going to sleep till about 6. And then hopefully can leave about 7, get some breakfast, and hopefully hold that. That'll hold me over till we can get into Phoenix. So that's the plan. That's where we're at tomorrow. So tomorrow's the last day of travel. And it's kind of funny today because my mom already texted me saying, here's what we plan for the next year's family trip. And I'm like, you haven't even left there yet and you're already planning a trip for next year. So I kind of laugh, but I can appreciate that she's wanting to do something as a family and together. So it was a little silly and a little bit. Just let me get home, let me unpack first, and then we can talk. We can discuss this again. But it's all right. It was all good. My mom finally saw the move, so she was happy. She said her and my stepdad just sat there and watched it for a bit because we were looking all. Oh my gosh! Oh, all around yesterday during the drive, during the lunch, to try to find some kind of moose to take a picture of, and she finally found one today, just in the river, a little stream. So I'm glad she got that before they left. But now the day's done, winding down, getting ready for tomorrow, to end the trip. Get back, be in my own bed, and eat some food that I can make at my place, and maybe even some fruit. I'm craving some fruit right now. But that's it for today. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.